I'm super excited to share this amazing orange sponge cake recipe with you. The combination of moist cake and vibrant orange flavor is simply irresistible. If you're a fan of citrus, you will love this recipe. The flavors remind me so much of the orange kiss cake that I grew up on. Baking cakes can be a bit tricky for some, but this recipe will guide you to a successful recipe outcome. Too much wet ingredients can give you a soggy cake or sometimes even greasy, or too much flour can make it a little bit heavy. Today we are going to be making a recipe that meets in the middle. As seen in the title in today's recipe, we are going to be making a delicious, super moist orange sponge cake. To a bowl, you want to add 1 cup of unsalted butter. And if you are adding salted butter, you want to cut back on the salt. To this I am adding 2.5 cups of granulated sugar. This recipe makes 2 sponge cakes, and we are going to mix our sugar and our butter until it's creamed, nice and fluffy, just like this. Once it gets crumbly like this, you want to stop your mixer and you want to add the zest of 1 orange. Continue creaming. What the orange zest does is to release the oils in the butter, so it's beginning to flavor with the orange from the initial stages. And now we are adding 3 eggs at room temperature. Because my bowl is wide, I could add 2 at a time. Now I'm going to add 2 more. If you are using a deep bowl, you want to add 1 at a time. It's getting nice and fluffy, so we're going to add the last 2. So it's nice, it's smooth, it's fluffy, and it's not splitting. And you want to make sure that you are scraping down the sides as you go. I'm going to mix everything in. Nicely creamed, it's very light, so we know we are going to have a very light cake. Let's set this aside. And we have in this bowl 4.5 cups of cake flour. You can use all-purpose flour, or you can simply use a mix. We have baking powder because we are making 2 cakes, and I'll leave the amounts in the description box. And we are also adding salt to this. You can sift or you can whisk your dry ingredients together. And this is to get all the lumps out and to make sure that you have a very light cake by incorporating air into the dry mixture. And here is our dry mixture. And we are adding our dry ingredients 1.25 cups at a time. So we're going to add it into 3 parts. From here I am mixing this cake with my hand, because when you use cake flour, most times it's very dry when you add extra air from the mixer, especially if you are not using oil in your cake recipe. And our oven is ready. Once the first batch gets in there, you want to add some orange juice, and I have 1.25 cups of the orange juice from the orange, and I added some store-bought orange juice to this. Overall it gave me 1.25 cups, so we're going to use this. We are now ready for our second batch of flour. Another cup and a quarter. Get this in before we add more liquid. Orange juice. And if you try this recipe, comment below and let me know how it turned out. The last batch of flour. And we are going to add our last batch of orange juice. Our batter is ready. And we are now going to put this into our baking pan. I'm adding half in each pan. It should give me just close to 3/4, but not more than 3/4, and these are loaf pans. And I line these with parchment paper. Sometimes if I don't line them with parchment paper, I just like to use a little bit of olive oil, or you can flour and butter them. We are going to bake this at 340 degrees Fahrenheit, not 350 because we don't want it too high. So we're going to bake them at 340, and when I come back I will let you know how long they baked for. To brush the top of our orange sponge cake, I have some orange juice that I reduced with a little bit of sugar. And I will leave this in the description box below. And this is to lock in nice moisture into our cake. Our cakes are done, and I've baked them for 1 hour and 15 minutes at 345 degrees Fahrenheit. And as they are nice and hot, I inserted a toothpick and I made sure that they came out clean. You want to brush some nice simple syrup on top of your cakes, and they're going to be so moist and nice. I like to allow these to cool down completely before I cut into them. That's when they get a really nice moist top. Making this delicious orange cake is easier than you think. By using simple ingredients and following a straightforward process, you can create a stunning and tasty cake that's sure to impress. So, what are you waiting for? Give it a try and enjoy the delightful flavors of orange in every bite. If you enjoyed making orange cake with me today, please give the video a thumbs up, a subscribe, share the video, help me to grow my YouTube channel by sharing, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and at this time I encourage you to watch some more of my recipe videos. See you in another one of my recipes.